$1.3 billion. That's how much Richmond multifamily traded for in 2021. Last year, $440 million. So far in 2026, $201 million. The market didn't slow down, it locked up. And the operators who bought at the peak are the reason why. Let me show you exactly what happened. In 2021, buyers were acquiring Richmond multifamily at cap rates around 5.5%. They were also using bridge debt, short-term, floating rate, 2 to 3 year terms, and they were underwriting rent growth to 8 to 12% annually because that's what the market had just done. Rent growth peaked at 9.9% in the first quarter of 2022. That model made sense in 2021. And here's what the market handed them instead. Rent growth today, 1.8% market-wide. And that number is being carried by suburban submarkets that held up. The headline is being propped up by the parts of the market that aren't the problem. Downtown Richmond rents declining negative 1% over the past 12 months. Downtown still has 1,492 units under construction, delivering into an 11.6% vacancy rate. West End, 15% vacancy, highest in the entire Richmond submarket. The operators who bought in those submarkets on bridge that didn't just miss on rent growth, they got the wrong direction entirely. So let me walk you through what this looks like on a real deal. Take a 150 unit, 3-star asset in Richmond, Virginia, acquired in 21, average price per door at the time, $204,000. That's $30.6 million purchase price. Bridge loan, 75% LTV, $22.95 million, floating rate. In 2021, that's running at 3.5 to 4% all in. Today, that same structure is running at 7.5 to 8%. Debt service on $22.95 million at 8% is roughly $1.84 million annually. At 4%, it was $918,000. Debt service nearly doubled, NOI didn't keep pace, and now the loan is maturing. So the operator runs the exit math. What's the asset worth today? Today's average cap rate in Richmond is 6.6%. Today's average price per door, $212,000, roughly flat to where they bought 5 years ago, before you factor in capital they put into the asset. They can't refinance, the new debt doesn't cover, they can't exit at a profit, and they can't wait because the lender is not extending indefinitely. This is the position. This is why the market is illiquid. Sellers can't accept pricing today, and buyers won't pay yesterday's. And here's the part most people get wrong about this cycle. They're waiting for a crash. One headline, one moment where it all breaks at once. And that's not how this works. It breaks deal by deal, lender conversation by lender conversation. By the time it's on the front page, the opportunity is already gone. So when does this actually move? Bridge loans that originated in 21 with 3 year terms matured in 24. Most operators bought extensions, 1 year, sometimes 2. Those extensions are now expiring in 2026. The operators who took 2-year extensions on 2022 originations, those mature in 26 and 2027. Meanwhile, there's 4,100 units still under construction in this market. That's 3.8% of total inventory coming online into a market where vacancy already running at 9% versus a 10-year average of 7.4. This market's own forecast says vacancies don't peak until second half of 2027. So you have operators with maturing bridge debt, declining rent coverage in key submarkets, and a supply wave that doesn't clear for another 18 months. And that lender looks at the picture and makes a decision. They're not in business owning 150 units in the West End and Richmond at 15% vacancy. So let me show you where the specific pressure is concentrated. Downtown Richmond, 11.6% vacancy, rents declining, 1,492 units still coming. The operators in that submarket who bought on bridge debt in 21 and 22 are caught between a rent story that went negative and a supply wave that hasn't finished delivering. West End, 15% vacancy. That's not a soft landing. That's a submarket under real stress. Western Henrico, different picture. Vacancy at 8.3%. This is the largest submarket in Richmond at 28,000 units. It's over 600 units absorbed in the past 12 months. Fundamentals are holding down relative to downtown, but they're still under 1,488 units under construction, and operators who bought at peak basis are watching that pipeline and running the same math as everyone else. The deals coming out of Western Henrico are going to pencil differently than the ones coming out of the West End, and that distinction matters when you're underwriting today. And if you're watching this and you're either looking to acquire in Richmond or you're an operator trying to figure out your position, I'll put a link below. A call, no pitch, just a conversation about your specific situation. So what does smart capital actually do in this environment? First, they're underwriting to today's reality, not 2021's model. And if you're acquiring a 3-star asset in Richmond right now, you're targeting a going-in cap rate at or above 6.1%, stress testing your exit at 6.5 to 7. You're not counting on rent growth to bail you out because 1.8% market-wide, negative 1% downtown tells you concession environment is real. Average price per door in this market is now $212 per unit all in. For a 3-star product, that's closer to $193 per unit. And if you acquire below that basis, and right now in the right submarket, you can, and that's where the margin lies. Second, they're not waiting for deals to hit CoStar. Transaction volume has collapsed from 1.3 billion to 440 million last year. Most of that volume isn't coming from public listings. It's coming from operators who need a conversation before they need a listing. An off-market sale to a qualified buyer is cleaner than a public process sometimes that signals distress for your tenants, your LPs, and your lender. Here are 3 submarkets I'm watching specifically. Chesterfield County, vacancy at 8.3%, rent growth at 2.6%, only 104 units under construction relative to downtown. The fundamentals are stable. If a forced sale comes out of Chesterfield, the buyer has a more defensible basis going in. Midlothian, 8.7% vacancy, 2.6% rent growth, almost 400 units in the pipeline. Longer hold thesis, but the demand is there. And this is where the value add pencils if you still buy it right. Eastern Henrico, 7% vacancy, 4.5% rent growth, 0 units under construction, 0 units delivered in the last 12 months. That's the tightest demand story in this entire market right now, and no institutional attention. Rent growth outperforms the market average, 1,385 asking rent on a market average of 1,600. That gives you a basis story you cannot find in some markets anywhere else. Everyone's already watching. The groups who are winning this cycle are already in the conversation with the operators who are under pressure. They're not discovering deals on LoopNet. They're showing up with capital and clean close timeline before the lender makes a decision for the seller. That's the position and that's the play. So here's the bottom line. Richmond multifamily transaction volume is down 66% for 2021 peak. Operators who bought at 5.5 rates on bridge debt are now at 6.5 cap rate market. The rents didn't grow the way the model said they would, and in downtown, they went negative. The maturity clock is not a prediction, it's a schedule, and it's running. I've closed over $450 million in Virginia multifamily transactions. I know this market, I know the operators. I know which assets are under pressure, which some markets have the demand story to support an acquisition in these areas. If you're a buyer, family office, private equity, or private capital, and you want to know which Richmond assets are coming to market before they public, the conversation starts now. And if you're an operator holding on to a bridge position, and if you're watching this vacancy data, and you know that it means for your loan, I'm not here to judge the situation. I'll help you to execute a clean exit with the right capital and protect as much basis as possible. The window is not closing because the market crashes. It's closing because the operators who need to move will move. And the buyers who are already in the conversations will be the ones on the other side of those deals. So links in the description, book a call.